I've got some of the iPhone 16s in my hands. Kinda. It's that time of year again where lots of YouTube channels get their hands on some iPhone 16 mockups, clickbait the hell out of thumbnails and titles to get you to watch the video. What isn't fake is how dead on these mockups have become. The colors, not so much. Most of the time, these are made so companies can make cases for the phones and have them out before Apple has them out to the public. Now, I've got my hands on some 16s and 16 Pro Max mockups, and I want to talk about the good and the bad that these show before Apple officially announced these. Now, I've watched a bunch of videos, many that have the mockups in hand and others that just reference them. Now, I'm not judging how people cover these.
Lame, yes.
Because at the end of the day, they don't really exist yet. So there's always a chance that these could be 100% wrong. Usually not, but never say never. Honestly, if I was Apple, I would leak a bunch of wrong stuff just so I could laugh the day that I announced the real thing. Perhaps that's a little juvenile, but then again, it would be fun, right?
You, sir, are a moron.
So let's start with the most obvious change to the iPhone 16s, and that's the position of the cameras. These camera lenses have the same footprint as the Pro's 2 cameras. Last year's iPhone 15 was the first time Apple matched the main camera specs with that 48 megapixel lens like the Pro, with some slight variations. Maybe this year they'll match those specs a little bit closer, much like the f-stop, which was a little better on the Pros last year. Of course, that leads me to my number one complaint that I have pretty much every year, is the change of the camera lenses along with the height, the width, and the depth of these phones. It always seems like Apple changes them just enough so you can't use your old cases and you have to upgrade to something new. Now, many quality cases are super inexpensive, so you might be thinking, that doesn't really equate to me. However, there are people that like to spend anywhere from $50 to over $100 to put a case on their phone that's going to protect it. That is when it gets to be a little bit annoying to have to get a new case if you're going to get a brand new phone, even a couple years old. As you can see with the 16s, as I just mentioned, the camera lenses are now way bigger on top of each other, and the flash sitting off to the side in the middle makes for some potentially newer designs or a bunch of empty old space if companies get lazy and just make the square cutout. Could you imagine if the case looked like this? No. Oh, and the sizes of the 16 and the 16 Plus don't look to be changing at all. Now, as far as the Pro lineup goes, at first glance, nothing seems to be off with the arrangement of the cameras, but the phone mockups show a slightly taller version, which you may as well forget about even trying to use your 15 Pro or Pro Max case on these new phones. Of course, with the Pros getting slightly taller, that means we are going to get bigger screens on the front. Last year's 15 Pros were 6.1 and 6.7. These are rumored to be 6.3 and 6.9. Now, they're not going to get any wider, but just taller. So I guess they want to make their battery bigger. They had to give up something.
Boom. Roasted.
So what do you guys think? Yay or nay on the slightly taller screens? Or are the 16 non-Pros going to be more popular this year? Go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know. The other physical features on the outside of the phones, like the multifunction, volume, the sleep-wake buttons, are all the same. Now, there was a rumor last year that the 15 Pros might go full capacitive buttons and no more of these manual button types. I haven't read any rumors to say that that is something that could possibly be happening. However, that rumor from last year may not have been totally off because, of course, there is a rumor now, as you can see at the bottom of the phones here, there is a mock-up for what looks like to be a capacitive button. Now, from what I've read, this button is going to be something along the lines of the photo or maybe even video to take pictures or start and stop when you're taking a video. I've read a really cool rumor. Someone thought maybe they do something along the lines of you can slide your finger back and forth to zoom in and zoom out, along with the idea of pushing it so you can do different functions with the camera as well. In my little world, which is really, really tiny, my hopes is maybe like a fingerprint scanner, much like the iPads. If you don't like using Face ID to unlock, they'll give us that as well. But that's probably not it. So let's turn to the colors. For example, last year there was tons of rumors that we were going to get some form of a red iPhone Pro, and of course that super bright blue and pink for the iPhone 15s. None of that happened. And the 15s had that frosted glass on the back, which I wasn't a huge fan of. Now, of course, the rumors are living the dream again, where we're going to get some sort of deep all-black Pro, which, no, we'll probably just get like an off color, not totally black, but, just a little lighter shade, which I really wish it looked like this. This would be awesome. And what this gold tannish color, I don't see this being one of the colors, so it's not for me. Maybe you'll like it, but I don't see this being the color. We'll probably get an off black color along with the white, and I see the titanium sticking around this year. That seemed to be pretty popular, and maybe some other color. I don't see this being it. Sorry. As for the 16s, we're getting rumored of these pop of a color, which, listen, I like this, but much like the 14s, which I really like, the 15s had that frosted glass. So unless they're going back to this, which I hope they do, because this blue and this bluish green are absolutely awesome, and I think they pop like hell. So these color mock-ups, are you a fan of any of them, or the way that they look as far as the non-frosted kind? Go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know. Now, as far as the internal specs on these go, I have my theories on it, but I want to wait till Apple actually has the keynote, because one of the rumors I've read just really I don't know, it rubs me the wrong way. If you guys want to see that video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, or leave a comment down below and let me know. In the meantime, I did a video a while ago on what the AirPods Pro might look like with a little screen on it. I think that's pretty cool. So check that video out. And in the meantime, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you won't miss those videos when they come up. See ya. I can't leave.